closure.
Sure.
But,
so, and I said we were gonna be removing some trees and so,
Yeah.
no, he was happy with whatever they've done so far, cause it did.
yeah, no, he's got it opened up, but now we just need to get rid of the trees so we don't have to go back again.
Right.
And to me, almost whatever it's gonna cost, we just need to do it.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm not paying for it, but
Right.
if I was there, I would, sometimes city people have to pay in drainage districts.
Oh, for sure. Most Thompson is in, there's 3 different ones, I think, in town.
Yeah.
It affects everybody.
And really, when you think about it, they have a lot of hard surfaces.
It has to go somewhere.
100% drain,
flows.
100% runoff off of that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right, right. And you can't just get rid of all the trees. That isn't the thing. We just wanna be careful for tile line.
I have some right now that are an issue that's in some DNR state property that I need to call them again.
That's about all we can do.
All right, anything else for drainage? Except for the next one? All right, consider for approval the 2025 drainage levies.
This is what I give you every year, and there should be the resolution with it also.
Anything remarkable on this that you'd like to point out?
No, if there's a huge dollar amount, they have been sent letters, so they're aware. The only thing that I feel bad about sometimes is it could be there's only a few parcels. So even if it's $1,000 bill, they don't maybe know that it's coming because I wouldn't have sent a letter. But at the time, I don't look at every district every time, oh, there's only 5 parcels, I shouldn't send a letter, and maybe I should. But
Do you get a lot of feedback about those then?
no, I don't. My letters over the years have helped so
Mhm.
much that I don't get a lot of calls.
Mm-hmm.
Carla taught me well on doing that.
Okay.
After we get that.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
this is the resolution.
Yeah, I just have to go reprint who makes the motion in seconds, and then we'll have one to sign.
Well, I'll make a motion to approve the 2025 drainage levies.
I'll second that. Motion by Jensvold, seconded by Smith to approve the 2025 drainage levies. All in favor say aye.
All right,
All opposed?
All right, I will go reprint that for you.
Do we have very many people that do, like, payment options? No.
No. There's a handful,
Mm-hmm.
but
All right, let's call Scott. You know his number?
7130 or 7530. What is it? 7530.
Thank you. Hey, Scott, we're ready for you. Thank you.
7130 is a model of a tractor.
What color tractor?
Red? I don't know the John Deere
talk
ones.
about number 6 real quick.
All right, consider for approval agreement with the City of Lake Mills and the City of Forest City to use our IT director as needed and to be billed for services.
So Jennifer and Brody had the agreement that Hancock County had worked on, and I sent it down to Kelsey and asked if it needed to be a 28E agreement instead of just a resolution. And she thought, yes, it needed to be a 28E, so.
I did kinda wonder if we needed a 28E with that, but then I thought,
Yeah.
well, it would be a lot simpler if we didn't.
So it'll be on the agenda next week.
Okay. Being you got other entities working together, it seems like we always have to have some kind of a 28E, but
Okay, so
well,
it'll be on,
maybe this is simple enough, we didn't have to.
so you said it'll go into Brody's fund, any of the proceeds from
Mhm.
that, and then he'll use it as at his discretion.
Well, it'll
Kind of.
go
Well.
to his salary.
Yeah,
Oh,
cause we're billing them basically for his salary,
so
so.
it'll just go into his, okay.
Yep.
Good morning.
Morning.
Secondary roads.
Terry on or one short today?
One short today.
All right, a couple things. We have, by the end of the day today, we'll be starting our second round of mowing on blacktops. One of the main things is trying to get A42 mowed before Ragbri traffic comes through. It's just a support route, but be quite a bit of traffic to be going in and out of lanes with that. If you've seen us mow shoulders before, the tractor's gotta go all the way across lanes to get around road signs.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have that going by the end of the day. They're doing pretty good on gravels for the first round of mowing. We have mostly just the one territory left up north of Lake Mills. And we have 3 mowers and 7 territories, so there's always one that has to be last.
Will they be able to make sure there's no, like, grass on the road? Because bicyclers do not like that.
Yeah, I haven't noticed that that's ever a problem that we drag grass on the road.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, sometimes there's some, but it's not enough that it should be any problem for them.
And there may be some cyclists on that road, but there's really
Technically not supposed to be. Yeah.
You know, but I suppose they kind of fan out on that day if they have other places to go or other places to stay.
Well, and if they're doing it now, it should be dried up by,
Some time to
yeah.
blow it off and stuff
Yeah.
by then.
They haven't done up by Buffalo mowing yet, the gravels, have they? Seems like the
yeah,
mill road was,
Finishing the gravels by Buffalo today or tomorrow.
the mill road yesterday, I didn't believe it was mowed.
If not, it will be the next day. He's got Cole up there finishing for Brent while Brent switches to the shoulder.
I didn't say anything about it, but I was riding with my nephew and he did. Well, he was pointing out thistles all over in the ditch
Yeah.
too. And, so,
Yeah, the seed thistle's going to seed about now.
mm-hmm.
We also have the rock run is going up to kind of Scarville area right now. We're finishing up with Logan in the next couple days, and then they'll move down south of Buffalo. We'll have to jump around Ragbri a little bit, make sure we're not in the way of any of their support traffic, so we might be in Mount Valley for a little bit next week, just to stay out of the way. And then one thing I wanted to bring to your attention that maybe get your feelings on, we're nearing the end of our work with Kingland out at the building. The doors are going in, they're working on that today, might have it in pretty good shape by the end of the day today.
Is Advanced Door System doing all the doors?
Yes.
I just saw them,
All the overhead.
all the overhead doors, yeah.
And we got one insulation done last week, and really the major thing that remains is gutters. Gutters and downspouts.
Did you resolve the screws that were not in the right place?
My understanding, there's a few left to tighten down. I think there's like something, like if there's a little bit of paint on some of those rubber washers, maybe we talked about this, they didn't quite seal up right, so they had to replace some of those screws. But all of the misses, all the screw misses, they have put blocking on the underside.
And it's tightened the screw up to it.
Oh,
So
good.
we'll call that repaired, I guess. have some missing screws around the exterior of the building where they ran into gusset plates or whatever they had to drill and various things like that, I guess.
Hmm.
We got a punch list going that I'll be sending out today probably, just as a working document for both of us. We have a request from Kingland for a couple things that were initially not proceeded forward. One is, he's requested temporary power reimbursement for their generator that they've had out there and then the fuel for it. We did order the electrical service last summer. The transformer, I understand, was on back order and didn't get put in until here this last June. So pretty much the entire time Kingland's been there, they've been on generator power.
Did they have a dollar amount?
It's ongoing here, but it's something like $3,300 for the first 2 months. And
How big a generator do they require?
well, that's a good question. What they have out there is the same one they had to run the blanket heaters, which is a pretty big unit.
Yeah, but I can't believe it. Under construction, I mean, some lights and some chargers for screw guns, but other than that, I wouldn't think there'd be a big requirement for power.
Yeah, I think they had.
So if they got a bigger generator that they're running, it'd be a little overkill too.
I would think they've had air compressors out there at times for some of the.
Yeah, some air
frame
compressors,
handling.
I suppose.
But I'll say we didn't know any more about the schedule of power than the contractor did at all. Didn't ever promise it. And I understand that temporary power is typically the contractor's responsibility. But they may argue that they had planned to switch to some sort of temporary service from the transformer when it was installed. Didn't have a timeline on that.
Yeah, well, if it's not in the contract, then
At this point, I was going to send back a response based on kind of what you guys thought, see if there's any other information that we need to get at least.
I mean,
Seems to me that should be part of the bid.
it's not in the contract that there's power provided, so they just assume that there's probably gonna be, but, I mean, even unless they're running some really manly air compressors, even a small air compressor doesn't take that much juice. Just a relatively small generator can run all that.
Yeah.
But,
So what was the holdup on the getting power to it? It was the transformer?
Lead time on the transformer,
And who, that would have been
Heartland Power.
Heartland. Hard to control.
Yeah.
it's not their fault, but it isn't our fault either.
Yeah. The request came in maybe in June, and then now again when we had offered to move forward with the change order. So kind of after the fact too.
Mm-hmm. What was the other, you said multiple?
So the other thing is, we had, when we received the shop drawings for the trench drain grates, we just instinctively, I had felt like they seemed too light duty. And so I asked if they were rated for trucks, and they said they weren't. They didn't have any specifications to bid on. So in the plans, we didn't provide loading specifications for the trench drain grades. And,
Let's see, they're building a building that's gonna have road graders and trucks in it. Boy, you know,
So are the lighter weight ones in there right now?
we went ahead and ordered the heavier duty grades.
Oh. What was the price difference?
About 4,000. So the way we left it back in last fall when it was originally requested was, what I was looking for is contractor said they bid off the specifications in the plans. And my question was, is there no responsibility in the general contractor to provide some guidance to their suppliers on what they're building? And I didn't get a clear response on that. I think that's, I mean, in general, the plans are supposed to have enough detail for all the suppliers to be able to bid on it, and the general contractor's not supposed to have to hold their hands. This job is supposed to be simple. So we tried to write plans and specifications broad enough that we wouldn't
So you're not tying people's
tie
hands.
people's hands. Exactly.
Absolutely.
And,
know how that is.
making it flexible. In this one particular instance, I'm disappointed that we didn't get the question asked before it's too late, I guess.
So is the 4,000 just for the grates, or is it
the upgrade
for?
and the grades.
The cost of the upgrade.
But did they have to remove the lighter weight ones?
No, they don't have those yet, right?
Well, the original cost of the grades was like 4,500, I'll say, and then the upgraded heavier grades were like 8,500.
But
That's-
they do not have the cheaper ones yet, or the lighter duty
We
ones.
never did pay for those. The 4,000.
And they were never installed.
They were never installed, never
Oh.
ordered.
So we're not paying for a bunch of.
No, the grades we have are nice. They're heavy.
Well, then what did the rest of the guys that bid on this contract have for grades? I
We
mean,
don't know that
did they make the
answer.
natural assumption that, there's maintainers and trucks in the building and they didn't get the bid because,
Because it was $4,000 more.
yeah, I can't remember. I don't think the bids were that
I
close.
feel that's the magic question. We don't want to be in a situation where the contractor will bid in a way, understanding that there are specifications missing, and then immediately ask for more money for them.
It's kind of like when they
They don't say,
built the Heritage Center in Buffalo Center. The engineer left out the vapor barrier, so they built it without the vapor barrier.
nobody knew about vapor barriers, I guess, that was building it. Nobody thought to ask, isn't there usually a vapor barrier?
I'm not a rocket scientist, but
Yeah.
even I know that.
So, I'm crafting a response to kind of how we feel about it.
Well, I know how I feel about it. I would actually pay for the $4,000 grates and not pay for the electricity.
And I'm the opposite. You should know that heavier grades are required in a building that's being built for that kind of stuff. And there's no fault on the electricity. I may be lukewarm to paying half of it, but,
But you are getting the heavier grates.
we're getting the
You know,
heavier
you
grades.
have the product.
but- Anybody that has common sense would know that when you're building a building for this stuff, that you need the heavier grades.
try and, see what we can come up with.
Give Terry a call and see how he weighs in.
Yeah. The other thing is we do have some workmanship concerns, and, putting a value to those things is really difficult also.
And absolutely.
And so I think in the same conversation, we need to be talking about, is there value in the workmanship issues that offset anything extra? And, specifically, like, we have a couple of chips in the foundation where this got dinged by equipment. And there's one spot where there's a crack in the floor. And,
With those issues with the conservation center, too, with twisted poles and, just things that should have been culled and never used,
yeah, and so it's all in the building, and I'd rather not patch the floor, replace the concrete patch.
No, you pay for a new building and you pay for a new floor, you want it to be.
Well, that's what happens when you have a cement that sits and gets froze underneath it.
Well, the crack is in the floor, which is poured not a couple months ago.
Oh, yeah, that's, I guess, what sat over the winters, the foundation.
Might have to
So
have
what
a
do they think
sit down.
caused this crack?
Well, when we scraped out the saw joints, they weren't deep enough.
Oh,
So that seems to be the cause. To me, be a pretty logical cause.
need to have the conversation with both of these additional requests, including, like you said, workmanship, and see what offsets some of that as well.
So,
Okay,
overall, good progress out there, and things that a lot of it has gone well. Now we get down to the nitty-gritty of trying to get things closed out.
what's the plan with the big pile of dirt?
The topsoil pile needs to be spread out. Everything north of the building really needs a 6-inch coat of black dirt still.
Oh, so you'll use up quite a bit of
I
that.
would say we most likely would use it all, and if there's any appreciable amount of black dirt left, we may try to sell it, but I don't think there will. I mean, on the backside, we've had water lines dug in, we've had traffic back there, and so we just haven't spread out the topsoil back there. And the whole site really has got some erosion problems, so it might take a little bit of black dirt to dress it up again. We got oats coming up and not a lot else other than weeds right now, so hopefully some of the native prairie seed comes around later when it warms up, but gets later in the season and even into next season and stuff. Still some site work to be done.
You might want to give Terry a call on these other issues, just see where he weighs in on some of that. If you're crafting your response
I think
soon.
so. Yeah, I'll give Terry a call.
Okay, anything
Aside
else?
from that, other than a reminder of our bid letting for Rice Lake is the 25th. And I think we have the 2 plan holders and then a couple of subs who have plans, so
Okay,
I would expect to get 2 bids, if not more. I guess we have 3 generals with plans. Blacktop Services from Humboldt has plans also.
oh, good. And then once those are let, you'll let anybody who requested the name of the company that was doing it, so if they want to line up some of their own work out there?
Yeah,
Okay.
we can do that pretty quickly, just as soon as the contract is approved by as soon as the contract is signed by all parties, which is usually a week after the board approves the plans, approves the contract, excuse me.
Has anybody given you any indication about when it could happen or not?
No,
Anything else for secondary roads?
Up by Rake up there,
Yeah, I glazed over my Destrol update, I guess. Is that what you're asking about?
well, no, as far as, the paving going out to Osmus, are they waiting? There's been no dirt work or anything done out there. They're gonna do that right before they do the,
That's what I understand. Yeah.
okay, I just assumed that must be, cause there's nothing done out there, so.
Right. I think the original schedule has the end of July as their dirt work start date. In like 2 weeks or 3 weeks of dirt work is all crammed out, and then come in with the rock surfacing and paving.
So how will people access Asmus then if they need to get
Well, they
there?
can still
They'll
get there
just
from the north.
Go from the north?
We'll have a little bit of staging details to work out. The only real closures are for culvert replacements. The rest of it should be able to be accessible all the time, especially if it's dry. There's the point in there where they do dirt work on the road and don't have a rock surface on it, that will have some, we'll have to be careful with that, try to keep it rolled tight in case it rains, and try not to have to use too much temporary rock or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Destrol is making good progress up there in Rake. They did all of 500 yesterday, so they went all the way to the dead end by the cemetery and back to R20. Today they're
30th, aren't they?
they're doing 30th north and south, and they're also doing from Rake on Gray Street west to R20.
What,
So they got a mile and a half.
are they doing it all the way through town?
Not all the way through town.
No, they're just going to where they've got where the grinding quits, I assume?
Just to the railroad tracks. They take so much space to get started and stopped that we really couldn't do all the segments.
Yeah,
So it's just from the railroad tracks to R20.
Yeah.
So it's about a mile and a half and 3 lane miles today with a lot of start and stops. So there'll probably be a long day today, and they'll probably be working pretty late. And then
something else. Are those trucks all satellite controlled or something? Or they have remote control
they
or?
have remote controls. So there's one operator for every truck, and they're either sitting on the fender or they're walking alongside it, and they have a remote control that
Yeah,
controls all the steering and the speed of the vehicle and
they must have some
controls on the trailer.
low gear transmissions in them
The
babies.
trucks are neutral. The movement comes from the trailers.
Really?
Well, the trailers have a drive system on them? Is that right?
That's
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
So they really just steer, the truck's only for steering.
Yep.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
cool.
They're normal trucks. You can.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they go down the road,
Down
when
the
they're,
road,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
it's,
fun to watch.
who was I talking to the other day? They said they just about went in the ditch because they were spending too much time looking at everything.
Right. And you see 8 trucks driving down the road with no drivers in it.
Yeah, no, you go up and watch and trying to decide what each one's doing, is it,
Yeah.
what is
I
it?
took a couple videos yesterday that I intended to post just to kind of show people what's
Yeah.
going on. But, in general, it's just a big heater. Then it's a little
Yeah.
mill head behind another heater. And then they just alternate until they get enough heat into the pavement and enough depth to get the,
Yeah,
and then it's just a pickup and a paver just like you typically see in new hot mix paving.
8,000 gallons of LP a day, I think they use.
What?
Yeah,
Whoa.
it's well, that's gotta be a hot job. And I mean, none of them guys, I'd almost wanna have a respirator or something if I was in the middle of that.
Yep.
That's pretty smoky.
There's, what was it, like 85 yesterday, and then, those heaters have shields and everything, but they don't.
Oh, still that residual heat, you could feel it going through there with the windows down on the vehicle.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But,
But hot weather is good for the product, so, that is a good thing.
see,
As long as they don't leave their truck sitting on it afterwards, right?
Yeah, the interesting, their heaters too have steel wheels, that they put down.
I suppose they have to, yeah. The rubber would just burn up, yeah. That's what
Very cool.
I saw Eric was there Saturday, so he must have been getting in some extra time.
Yeah, Really industrial, I would say, they do a nice job and take a lot less supervision than hot mix paving would take. But we've had to make sure that they're doing a good job monitoring the cross slope.
Yeah.
So that when we're done, we have 2% slope and the road drains well. And it just takes a lot of monitoring.
Mhm.
And that's been the main thing, I'd say. The temperatures have always been good, so the finished surface looks tight, they're not having to deal with.
A lot of people think that is the finished surface, but there's more going over the top, right?
Right, on R20
Yeah.
there is.
Yeah.
And it won't look a whole lot different. Their surface looks like
It's really smooth.
really
So
smooth.
it's surprising.
Yeah, we got one spot in the southbound lane that has a little bit of roughness to it. Just one spot that I know of, and it's right when they started the second day. So it's
Yeah.
maybe 3 miles north of Highway 9. And
Yeah, I saw that spot.
if that was a finished surface, I wouldn't be too happy about that, but that'll
Yeah.
get corrected with the surface left, so
Yeah.
not too worried about it. So, going good.
Okay,
Yeah, it's an interesting process.
good. Lots of moving parts, huh?
Yeah.
All right. If that's all for secondary roads, we'll go to open forum. Anything for open forum? Just in time, we just opened open forum.
Oh, perfect. Can I ask a question then?
You sure can.
So south of Lake Mills, R74, there's a drainage ditch. And you go south of the Joyce corner, and there's a cement bridge there. And you look back to the west, it's mostly out of its banks. And upstream it's not dropping like it should be, and I know we've got a lot of water. Do you have to petition to have somebody do a inspection or something, or do you have somebody that, through the engineer's office, that inspects the drainage ditch before you ask for a project to see if there's a blockage?
Have you driven out there or anything?
I drive
Can you
by it, but
just by on the road?
yeah,
Must be some kind of an area that's sloughed in that possibly needs to be cleaned out then, huh?
maybe, or
We
or
could,
there's a beaver dam somewhere.
Oh, yeah, no, it could be.
Because there is you can go down by Bill Tweeden's and on his gravel road, there's a metal bridge there, and you can sit there, and the water's lower, but you go a mile and a half, 2 miles to the west, and it's out of the bank, so you just wonder why.
we could,
If you sit on R74 and on that bridge and look west, it's been out of the bank in Keisha's and Ed Olson's in there, Rockville. So why is it lower or flowing a mile downstream? And I know it's really flat in there.
mhm.
I'm just wondering if, before you petition, is there somebody that does a ditch inspection? Is that all an engineer, or how do you, what's the process?
Is it a road ditch or drainage ditch?
Drainage district?
Then you wanna call Chris?
Yeah. Have to look.
75,
Always have to look.
11?
11, yeah, that's what I
Yep.
wanted to say.
Good job, guys.
And I would rather talk to a few of them.
Yeah, get everybody on board with it. Yeah,
Hey, Chelsea, can you tell Chris that we have a drainage question? Oh, shoot. Okay. All right, thank you. She's gone.
And maybe there's nothing wrong, but I know there's a lot of citizens west of that a year ago.
Yeah,
without the-
with all the corn stalks and the
Yeah.
stuff. So we could probably drone it.
Do you have one now, the county?
No, but I have one.
Um,
We could go look at it, you know? So if we went from Tweeton's Bridge and just followed it to the west,
But then you gotta fight, I don't know how much current's in there. If you started higher up and pulled it down,
okay,
would maybe be easier. If you did it by boat, if you do it by
Oh, we're not-
plane, if you do it by drone, I would say you could start probably at Bill Tweeton's gravel road there and fly west.
yeah,
Yeah, and take it all the way up to like Larry Michelson's or somewhere up in through there.
we can look at it, see if there's some beaver dams or,
Something obvious like that, otherwise it just might be an elevation problem.
otherwise you would have to sign a
Have an engineer go in there and,
sign a petition and then we'd send somebody out there to check it.
But you need the petition signed to be able to go. So let me talk to some of the other landowners.
Yeah, then you'd get the answers of what's going on.
And somebody might know.
Yeah, they might know.
yeah, if it's out in their ground, they might
So-
know where the,
Where's that?
yeah,
Who's
yeah.
all is that along there then? It's Hesh,
Heish's
Heish
and
and-
Olson and
Ed,
Donna Michelson will be in there.
oh yeah,
Chuck Holland, myself. But I just sprayed my ditch bank and I seen nothing. You know, I have a filter strip, so I can drive along.
you didn't see anything there? Was the water sitting or was it stagnant or could you tell?
My pipes are underwater. They haven't been exposed very much this summer. Usually there's 3 to 4 feet up by the blacktop from my pipe to the water.
Oh.
Something's that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll talk to some of the other people first.
Then you've got my number if you still think you,
Oh, I got your number.
if you, st- If you-
Chris, I'll help you out.
Yeah.
yeah, Chris would be able to, but
I know there was some washouts in the bank and they were repaired. But did anybody dip the crack, you know? Maybe just pushed in and put the surface pipes back in.
Well, whatever it is, must be a pretty good plug to back up several
As a
feet.
matter of fact, I think there's already a petition on this.
Is there?
I think so.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure.
all right. I found there yet.
Yeah,
Should I go and ask her?
she's not here.
What?
We just tried to
She was,
call her.
she
but
was
she's
just
not.
here.
She was. I think
We
she-
already took care of drainage, so she,
But, yeah, I can look real. We're almost, we have a couple things left and then we're almost done, so I can go there real quick.
I'll just call back in a second.
Sure. Sounds good.
Thank you.
yeah, have a good day.
Thanks, guys. All right, so we've got a few open forum things here, just signatures mostly, huh, Carla?
Yep.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Scott.
Does that one need a stamp somewhere, maybe?
Yeah,
Was this your quarterly report?
yeah, from last week, there
Yeah.
was nobody stamped one.
Is this drainage levy one, do we need to stamp on that? And
Yep, you
you can stamp mine if you want. No, I wanna keep mine. Stamp yours.
You got the date right, too.
Good. I believe in you.
Yeah, well, let's see, no real good spot to stamp this one. I'll do it right here.
Yeah.
Those are for the external auditors, and you need to sign one of the lines, I need to sign one of the lines.
haven't come and gone already, have they?
They just were doing prelim work.
Oh,
They'll be back after the approval period's done.
I didn't
Sounds like they
take
must have
those.
found Chris in the hallway.
Oh, quickly.
Oh, well, good.
At least I think that's her voice.
So the other thing that we wanted to, oh, anything else for open forum?
I don't think so.
Okay, so I sent you guys, the information from the Northeast Iowa merger discussion about workforce development. And I'm just gonna read what she sent me most recently. I can tell you that the Mississippi Valley will be voting to merge with South Central tomorrow. East Central has decided not to merge at this time. So we are the only other local area that needs to decide. About half of our counties in Northeast Iowa have discussed with their Board of Supervisors, and they are in favor of merging. We will be meeting next Thursday, that's this Thursday, to discuss the topic in more detail. I'd like to take action shortly after we meet next Thursday on the topic. If one of our counties says no, then we won't merge and we'll stay as is. Attached is the document, and I sent that to you guys. I don't know if you had a chance to look at it or not, but so there's about, I guess there's only 2 pages of discussion points. So what would change on it would be the administration operations would be combined. A regional board would be established. A new fiscal agent has to be designated to manage the funds. They'd get a new Title I service provider. Bylaws would need to be developed to reflect the new larger area. A 28E would be needed to develop and signed by all the counties. Performance goals and monitoring systems would have to be standardized. A potential for sharing staffing, coordinated business engagement, and aligned service delivery. What would stay the same? Iowa Works centers would all remain open in our local area. I don't know where our closest Iowa Works even is to Winnebago County. Job seekers and businesses will still receive services. Counties will continue to have a voice, and CEOs will continue to guide workforce priorities. Local needs and labor market trends still inform service delivery in each community. Title I youth, adult, and dislocated worker services will continue under the WIOA. However, a new provider will be selected through the procurement process. Lots of administrative stuff. So why does it make any difference right now? Acting now allows us to plan the merger locally and be on our terms. If we wait, the state could force a redesign without any local input. A larger area will be more competitive for federal funding. We can protect local services from future budget cuts by combining resources. And I think I told you guys last week that they're going to cut 25% right now, or that's the plan. Merging now positions us to pilot innovative workforce programs and attract investments. A unified region can respond more quickly to layoffs and other notices in the workforce. Timing allows us to align with upcoming reauthorization and state policy changes. So the next step. Is this topic is on your county board agendas for discussions, all of them, not just ours, obviously. CEOs from each county will meet to determine whether to move forward, and no final decision has been made yet, but still,
CEOs from each county?
that's me, that's
That's
one
you,
of,
all right, all right.
We're just called CEOs to separate them from the other
Yeah.
folks.
I didn't know we had a CEO in Winnebago County. Now we know.
So anyway, I don't know without Terry here, but they're going to try to vote on it in a Zoom meeting on Thursday. So we had it on the agenda last week to talk about, and now we're talking about it again, so I'm gonna need direction. Questions? Carla, do you have questions
It
about it?
says in there they're trying to head off the state taking control of it. That sounds good, but in the end, the bigger and bigger things get, it seems the less and less you're represented by everything. It's,
So this is the proposed 6 local workforce development areas.
Yeah.
And we're in that
Yeah.
red one, obviously. But, you know, we're really on the outside edge of it,
mhm.
where, you know, workforce, I don't know, in
Most
my
of the-
opinion, happens in the bigger cities.
That's exactly what I was just gonna say. Everything that I've, workforce development seems like everything's developed for the workforce to move to the bigger communities. It's,
I don't know how it's gonna affect us, you know, does Winnebago County use the workforce a lot? No. You know,
Well, do we know that? I mean, like with Winnebago laying off and all that,
yeah,
I feel
I,
like we need it more than ever right now.
but do you see them in action? I mean, I don't know that they're out at the career center and,
They had a job fair here in town for the Winnebago employees, former Winnebago employees.
recently, AJ?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I think it was more coordinated between Winnebago Industries and I think either workforce development or somebody akin to that.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I've been to a couple of their meetings that they had out at the Hanson Career Center over the years, but I just don't know how much they're being used.
I know. I've talked to a lot of Winnebago employees. Some of them have gotten on board with Solventum, but it's been through their own efforts. It's not been through the efforts of workforce development. We have a lot of big companies, big corporations that are here in town. You look at what's going on in Garner, with the number of business and industry they have there, what we have here. Fortunately, Winnebago is also in Hancock County, so. But you have all the other places that are out here that are large manufacturing and small. Despite the employment market, there are people who are still hurting because they cannot find jobs. And that goes in a 3 or 4 county area from people I've interviewed. So, CEO, what does workforce development do for Winnebago County?
I've always wondered that about kind of a lot of the.
different things that we're part of.
Because it doesn't seem like that is, I have to measure my words here. It doesn't seem as if people are aware that this is for them.
Mhm.
And when it's out of sight, out of mind, where does it take us?
Have we ever seen workforce work with like youth over here? I mean,
I see a sign every once in a while, especially like if I'm going down the road or something like that. That's as far as it goes.
It doesn't do much for us, but in theory, it's run by state money. And we do have a word in it, I guess, as far as you're on it. But,
The question is, can it do more for us in Winnebago County? If it was,
well, the pressure out there is to do more for the bigger areas. seems like to
because of
me.
the population, you know,
Well,
they're kind of,
it's the same with consolidation of counties. When they consolidate us all, and we're all a satellite county of Cerro Gordo, then all the jobs will be in Cerro Gordo. They won't be here in Forest City anymore. But, yeah,
so this Thursday is really just gonna be a yay or nay vote for me, you know, but it doesn't mean I can't say what's in it for us, you know?
or what, you know, in another sense, you could say, what are we actually losing? Probably not much.
Probably not much.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
It would seem to me if they had a stronger presence here in Winnebago County.
Yeah.
We could see more employment,
Mm-hmm.
whether that person happens to be working in Winnebago County or not. Is consequential, but if it's, people move to this county, then they know that there's something like this that's out there.
Mm-hmm. And I can reiterate that during the meeting and the discussion as well. It's just kind of a,
well, it doesn't sound like there's much of an option other than to go along with it. But,
No.
I mean, we can,
but we needed I need approval, you know, from this board.
I'm all for getting rid of overlaps in different things, no matter what it is, as long as we maintain our word in how everything is done. And here so far, they haven't eliminated our, like making the supervisors, just a few of them out of all the counties in a mental health district be on, no, I can't spit it out. Not on the real board.
Mhm. We know what you mean.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but
Well, there's
so you're all the counties are still represented in this.
yes, there's CEOs from from all the counties, but then there's also
Advisory board,
a
that's what I was
very
trying to say.
extensive other board that are from the different cities that are way closer involved. You know, they're either part of a manufacturing facility or they're part of I mean, there's probably 30 or more, you know, there's a
So
lot.
is there somebody from Forest City on it?
No,
So what's the closest city that there's someone represented?
probably Mason City.
And to be clear, Winnebago's not affiliated.
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 counties. So, you know, it's a giant board, because then there's other advisory folks on it that are CEOs of banks and all sorts of things on there. Well, it doesn't seem like we're gonna get any less coverage, and if we put a little pressure on it, we want some more presence in the county.
Well,
'Cause we
with
do
what's
have
going on here,
issues.
there's obviously some need, at least in
Mhm.
Hancock County, but a lot of those people live in Winnebago County. Just work in Hancock County. What's that?
There's a need here in Winnebago County too.
Oh, no, yeah, I'm just saying that
I mean, it's like.
right now,
Where they
Winnebago's issues, or most of the issues are in Hancock County, but a lot of the people live here in Winnebago County.
So is it Charles City and what's the other one that's
Charles City and Waverly are getting dumped.
Waverly?
Lake Mills and Forest City are gonna get
they're shutting the other two down completely.
Cause Osage and Waverly are both in our district, you know, too. Or development areas. Okay, well, I think we've discussed that.
We don't need to vote on it or anything like that. You just had needed some direction for your vote.
Yes. Is that all right? Okay. Anything else for open forum? Consider for approval of county claims.
I'll make a motion to approve the county claims.
I'll second. Ensvold, Smith, to approve the county claims. All in favor say aye.
All right.
Consider for approval payroll claims.
Let's see, this pay increase one here, that's just received, right? Or is that approved?
What department?
It's for the secondary roads.
That's approved.
That's approved.
AJ, do you use the 747 or the 583 for a picture text message?
$583. 1057.
I just sent you that map of the workforce development area. Did you get those pictures the other day?
Yes, we use them on the website.
Did you make the motion, Bill? I'm sorry, I maybe wasn't listening.
Oh, for the payroll claims?
Yeah.
Haven't done it yet, no.
Okay, that's fine. The sound of mowers, that's all we hear anymore.
Yeah, the grass is growing.
Come to my neighborhood, I've got a guy who's by flashlight.
Maybe it's more fun like that.
Oh, it is, yeah, for all of us.
That's a new one.
I've got one of those, wraparound things for like underneath working on stuff, and rather than having trouble lights everywhere, wear that on my head, and I did use that once to finish up mowing at my shop, but my nearest neighbor was not there, so, and it was only,
He uses a miner's light.
yeah, that's basically what this is, only it's an LED wraparound,
Yep,
yeah.
On a riding mower then?
No
A push mower,
walking.
Oh, I was on a riding mower.
big time.
He's walking at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, 5 o'clock in the morning. Oh, no, at least I did mine at 9 o'clock at night. Yeah. Yeah, no,
He joins the sunrise.
I wouldn't even think of that. Why? Man, the poor people sleeping. It's kind of like idiots that use their jake brakes at that time of the morning, or, you know, or at midnight after everybody's gone to bed. It's just like, they shouldn't even need to put up a sign.
Somebody used it on those streets, like at 4 in the morning,
Yeah.
and woke everybody up. I mean, literally, lights came on all over.
Why? What a brute.
I have no idea. I was out with I have a 6-inch Celestron telescope, 6-inch wide Celestron, and I was looking into the all of a sudden, here comes the jig.
You know, you would think that a plane was crashing into your house or something if those,
Oh,
they're loud.
Well, the highway's what? 4 blocks from my place. And I can hear it plain as day in the basement.
Hmm.
And I'm like, I don't even use mine out in the country if there's an acreage sitting there. I mean, it's just that, and there are ways to make them quieter, even though mine is relatively noisy, but I hardly ever use it. I'm one of those really cheap guys that pops it in neutral 2 miles from where I'm gonna make my turn and just coast, as long as there's nobody behind me to annoy. Yeah, I just coast all the way in. Improve my fuel mileage. Even though technically I did not say that because I don't think you're supposed to have your truck in neutral as you're coasting. I believe there is some kind of
You
a,
still throw it in.
I think it's supposed to always be in gear.
I know plenty of guys will do that. Saves on wear and tear.
Yeah. It's like my kids when they come rolling up to a stop sign hot and slam on the brakes. I says, I can tell you're not the one replacing the brakes on this car.
Or the tires.
Yeah.
I just wanna know, the one person who has a Harley with no muffler.
Oh.
Who's riding 3 o'clock in the morning. And I also wanna know the one person who is tearing out of their driveway at 4:30 or so. You just hear tires screaming, and it sounds like something on Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
I don't know who these people are.
You know, if, and they never bother them, but the DOT can pull me over and give me a ticket for noise pollution or whatever with my jake brake. But those Harleys are louder than my jake brake. When they get on them things, I mean, that's,
What is that group that is for motorcycles that tries to get all the legislation so they don't have to wear their ABATE? So, I mean, they're pretty strong lobbyists, aren't they? So that,
Really nice convention, you know, done it every year.
yeah. They have a raucous time of it every now and then.
Nice and orderly. Yes.
Yeah.
where do they have that at? Like the fairgrounds or something?
They have it on private property.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's,
Well, somebody donated land to them.
I was going through Omaha once. I looked in my mirror and I saw some bikes way back there, but didn't pay attention. And then I switched lanes from the right lane into the center lane, and then all of a sudden motorcycles on both sides of me going well over 100, zigging in it, and those things were louder than Harleys. They were all, you know, I don't know what they must have had straight pipes on them, rice grinders as they call them. And I've got my radio on inside my truck with all kinds of truck noise besides. I couldn't hear anything other than that. So, I mean, I about jumped through the roof of the cab. It scared me so bad because they came up on me. You know, I looked in the mirror and they were way back there. The next thing, you know, then they get off on the next exit. And where's the state troopers when you need one? But I don't know if they'd ever catch the devils anyway.
Forest City looks good. Boy, they're all gearing up for the festivities. Looks nice. Everywhere you look. Have you posted the closures of the?
Oh, we gotta do that. Do that this
And will there be just signage on the doors as well?
Yep. Yep, I'll get that. Mm. Go ahead.
You won't be able to get in. I've got the radio station blocked off. That's
I haven't figured out where I'm gonna park. I gotta get downtown on Tuesday. Is there gonna be shuttles from somewhere that I could park out in the boonies?
Think so? Mm.
you'll even make like.
I'll just wear my tennis shoes and I'll just hike.
That's my plan.
You're not gonna let me park at your house?
You can park at my house.
How far is that? How many blocks?
It's a mile.
Oh, I don't wanna do that either.
Yeah. You're down by E&W, right? Yeah.
Mine's closer, but I suspect it's going to be absolutely
Yeah.
inundated. Traffic. Parking.
Always like that signature.
Yeah.
People have interesting signatures.
Mine isn't a thing of beauty, but you can usually tell what it says.
I saw.
Oh, really?
Well, there's two down there, but
Happens, right?
so
It happens.
it'll be.
I'm having a hard time getting them pulled apart today.
So,
What's our wide expectancy?
15. I'm ready to check.
Sure, yeah. Cause I just want to make this sound into this.
You have payment plans, don't you, Carla?
Oh, sure.
so what happened with the high-speed chase?
That's
Oh,
like
they got,
Clear Lake.
But it started around here, didn't it?
are you talking about the one where the guy died from Forest City?
Yeah. Okay, he was just from Forest City, didn't start here.
No, he was in Forest City, he went off, Clear Lake, he ended up in, he hit a house, a couple of cars, something else, and he ended up dying.
Yeah.
We saw the house that he
So-
ran into.
So did it start here in Forest City then? No.
Sinclair. It wasn't in our county at all.
Oh, it wasn't? Okay, all right.
It was,
He came from the east.
If I heard right, it was one of our ex-deputies, it was a state trooper now that was, that's what I thought I heard anyway.
he was 23. Forest City, as far as I remember.
Yeah.
It's too bad. We had a lot of, and then that motorcycle accident over by Thompson, that's so sad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they got that. Yeah.
Too bad.
Didn't get reported right in the media either.
Oh, really? Oh, let's finish this up.
95.
Have a motion to approve the payroll claims.
You made the motion or you want me to do it? I'll make a motion to approve the payroll claims.
I'll second. Motion by Jensvold, seconded by Susan Smith to approve the payroll claims. All in favor, say aye.
All right,
Aye.